I just get finished another reading, and then as soon as I put the phone up to hit record, I just heard another message. You got the juice. The juice. You got the juice. Cause it's you, babe. And I don't really know. I don't have much to say about that. It's kind of like, I think this message is really just to hype you up. And it's really just to center you into, like, it's just like a confirmation message. I feel like you could be talking to friends at this time about new endeavors, or not even. I don't feel like you're actually talking to anyone. I feel like you could be really feeling like you're being secretive at this time, because you're holding your creative endeavors, you're holding these projects, you're holding these new ideas that you're about to start or release to yourself. You're keeping them to yourself. And for the first time, this is the first time you're doing that. I feel like you always used to seek validation from people outside of you subconsciously. Like when you would go to post a video or post a song or just do something that involves your creativity, it's like you needed it to be fact checked before, or like truth checked or something, I just heard. And it wasn't really because you doubted yourself. It was really just because you were addicted to other people's approval. And I just feel like you've outgrown that, because like I said, you got the juice. You realized that. And everyone always knew you had the juice. Like, you were this girl, you were this guy who is just a natural at this life stuff. But I feel like everyone knew but you. And that's the energy I'm picking up. Everybody knew but me. And that's cool too, right? That's cool. The thing is, and I just gave a reading too, it's like you were always going to wake up and remember who you were. It was never in your soul contract to come back to earth and not remember, period. Just to not remember. You are someone who, it's like your divine purpose in this life was to remember. It was to remember all that you've lost in your past lifetimes, and it was to claim that back in this lifetime. I just heard claim the throne. And then I just heard dethrone. So yeah, heavy past life energy is something about, you could be really pursuing a life of visibility in this lifetime. You could be really addicted to this lifestyle that you see in your head. 2 to 2 as soon as I look down too. So it's all a divine orchestration. I feel like in one of your past lives, or in many past lives, you could have experienced this, you could have experienced visibility, you could have experienced fame or royalty, but you lost it. I just heard love. Lost it for love. Where is this going? I don't know. Lost it for love. And I was just talking about this with my mom yesterday. I was literally explaining like a similar thing to her about past lives and how I feel like I was doing this and that in a past life. And this is why I have this strong just ideation. I have this strong will and need and desire to claim what's mine in this lifetime. You could be someone who has this, you just have this mindset of like, you can't control me. And I do too. You can't control me. I'm the type of person where it's like, if you feel like you have control over me, I'm going to show you how little control you actually do have over me. Because at the end of the day, this is your show. You're someone who has a big heart, and you're self-aware, and you lead with your heart. And sometimes it could be to your downfall or even to your detriment. But at the end of the day, you will never be... It's like I just heard you're going to get back everything you've lost because you've led with your heart. God is going to prove, you are going to, it's like you're going to be a testament in other people's lives. I just heard shunned, expose. Who are you? What the hell? Yeah, it's something about June, the summertime, your creative endeavors, you as a whole, God is going to show people why it is always best to lead with your heart. And you are going to be a walking testament for a lot of people. I feel like God is going to use you to humble a lot of people in this next season of your life. Specifically, because I feel like you've been done wrong. You've had a lot of weird energy around you, but you haven't felt vindicated in that. I feel like you could have been in victim mode for a long time. You could have felt like, why are people doing me wrong? Why am I continuing to attract these type of people? Why can't I maintain friendships? Why is everyone weird? I feel like that could have been your mindset up until this point, but you stepped out of that victim mode. And I feel like you got a lot of vengeance inside of you, but you choose not to use it. 441 on my clock, says when I look down. It's something about you choosing to be this intentionally good person. And that's not a bad thing, right? Intentionally being a good person means that you understand that your soul has layers to it. And like I said, I feel like in your past you had a lot of power. Like in your past lives, you possessed a lot of power, which is where this vengeance comes from inside of you. It's all ancestral. It's all from the astral. You could have this vengeance, like you just want revenge. You want to get back at all the people who've done you wrong, but you don't, because you know that this life, like, you know that there is something higher guiding your decisions. You know that there is something higher leading you down the path that doesn't even involve vengeance, because your presence is going to be the vengeance for a lot of people. Your presence is going to be very humbling for a lot of people who thought that they could control you. That's what that is. You've had a lot of people in your life who thought that they can control you, and it's because you were naive at the time. You grew a backbone, didn't you? Yeah, stand up on it. Stand up on your own 2 feet. You grew a backbone. And even in the last reading, this was coming up again about narcissism and, you know, you being charmed or used. You were really easy. I feel like you've never been... You've always been self-aware, and you've always had the discernment, but I feel like you've ignored it, and you were just naive. You just had to grow. You had to experience these types of negative energies, these types of controlling energies, to break free and actually pursue the path that you want. There could have been a lot of people in your ear telling you what to do and how to do this. And you could have even attempted to do these things and started to do these things, but they never felt like they were in alignment with you. There's something about letting go and breaking free. Breaking free. What are you breaking free from? I even have my cards down here, so let's pull some cards just to, like, understand the energy a little bit more. I feel like who I'm talking to right now in particular, yeah, the dragonfly. Be lighthearted. Things are coming to light. Adapt, change, heal. There's a lot of things about you in particular that are coming to light, but I feel like there's a lot of things about people in general that you used to rock with that are coming to light too. It's this idea of the veil being lifted. The veil being lifted. There's this veil of, like, I feel like you are surrounded by a lot of illusions. There's a lot of, like I said, the snake card upright. Ooh, and look at what it's attached to. I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. The snake card. And then attached to it is stabbed in the back. Clever, enemy, malicious, look over your shoulder. What did I say? Stabbed in the back, heart prey. Yeah. You've been through a lot. You've had a lot of controlling energies around you, and it's because they didn't feel like they had control over their own destiny, which is why they felt like they could impose upon yours. And it's nothing that you, like, this is all stuff that you had to experience, but I feel like what's coming to light right now is this idea that people were trying to cling onto your destiny. We're trying to hop onto your destiny. We're trying to stop you from achieving your greatness because they always saw your light. And it's not even like, I feel like they weren't trying to stop you from achieving your greatness. I just feel like they were sneaky in trying to bring that greatness out of you. They were manipulative. They were conniving. It was something about, like, they even in my last reading, it's the same thing that came up. They saw your light and used your light to their advantage. You had a lot of energy suckers around you. That's what it was. You're getting a revival of energy. I feel like you could just, you went through this, like, dark night of the soul period for the past month of just, like, realigning your energy and figuring out who to hang around with. And I feel like you could have just cut off mad people, and you've been in this period of isolation that is forcing these things to come to light, because, you know, when you're by yourself, that is when you grow the most, because you cannot run from your thoughts. You cannot run from everything that you've been experiencing when you're by yourself. That's what's coming to light right now, is all the stuff that you let slide, all the relationships and all the people that you had in your life that really weren't, and they didn't want what's best for you. And there was a card that just fell out, but I don't know where it went. Running out of time. Yeah, outdated thinking. This is why you're in isolation right now. You're purging, and oh my God, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Yes, it's exactly what it is. You're really realizing that, like, yo, I let a lot of stuff slide, and I did not deserve everything that I went through, but trust and believe God will use you as you. It's like a humble medicine. I just heard a humble potion. It's like you are a walking potion. Daddy Saturn, yeah, he's coming to get everything that people took from you, and he is going to use you as the example as to why you should never fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. That's what Daddy Saturn, that's what God, that's what your highest self, that's what this divine orchestration that's happening right now for you, they're using you as the example. You are about to be the example of why you should never fuck with nobody. Period. Act like you know. It's your girl Mo. Hope that helped. Love you.